So, Richard, a very late one, or very early one this morning, Tuesday morning. And, well, I think it's been a good day, mate. I'm actually grinning from ear to ear. Have you seen the toolmaker being trolled today by the world's most influential man?
The squirming worm. That's what I call him, the squirming worm. He's been
Richard,
squirming like a little worm.
Someone described him as a man that's looked like in a hemorrhoid. It looks like he's having a hemorrhoid attack.
Absolutely. Do you know what it was like? Do you know the way? If you've ever been in a situation where there's a bully, right, a really bad bully, and nobody can deal with him, right, and then you bring the big dog in, the man that can deal with the bully, right, and you just go, do you want to tell Donald what you said about us? Do you want to tell Donald what you're doing with our free speech? And Donald's giving it. Donald knows he's in control of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Don is sitting there trolling him, laughing at him, just taking the piss out of him, going,
Richard, that is exactly what he did. He trolled him, didn't he? He trolled him to perfection. And Starmer stood there looking, him totally embarrassed, totally out of his depth. He looked like a rabbit in the headlights. He's clutching his hands like this. Don't know what
and
to
his pearls,
say.
And he's clutching his pearls as well.
Where to. Mate, honestly, my wife
the best one was his wife. Starmer's wife's just standing there.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Exactly. As the first thing my wife said to me, what is wrong with his wife?
Well, it's the 3 Ukrainian rent boys. I think that's the problem, mate. You know what I mean?
But look,
and possibly Lord Ali, and possibly the secret family as well, Paul. Who knows, mate? Who knows what's going on?
Richard, if ever we've seen a snake oil salesman try and sell himself, that was it today. The man comes out with lie after lie after lie after lie. He's a habitual liar.
He makes Boris Johnson look honest.
Unbelievable. Probably the bit I like best of all was when Trump started talking about the worm, the mayor of London, and Keir Starmer sat there, and his face was an absolute picture whilst Khan was getting a severe roasting, and then he butts in and says, "Well, actually, he's a friend of mine."
Yeah, and Donald goes, "I don't care, he's a worm." Pretty much, I didn't use those words, but that was pretty much what he was saying.
Unbelievable,
absolutely superb, hilariously funny.
Do you know what has been going through my mind today? I'll tell you what, Richard. I think all of us, to be fair, let's be honest, right? All of us over the last year have sat there and thought, my door's going to go in any minute, right? Because of the way that the Labour Party have been behaving, the way that Starmer has basically, not even covertly, he's overtly revealed himself as a tyrant towards the British people. But you know what? I was thinking this afternoon, mate, we're all getting closer and closer to being vindicated over all this.
Absolutely. Look, without boasting, I've been talking about this since 1998 publicly. And I've known about it since the 1980s, right? So, none of this is new to me, Paul. And I'm like, and I'm just glad that the population are now catching up with those of us who've known what's been going on for a very long time.
Yeah.
And this malaise, it needs to be seriously dealt with. The only way to do it is politically, and then culturally, and then, but you need to get hold of Parliament. And can you imagine? Obviously it's not going to happen because when's Trump out? When's he finish? Unless he gets another term, which the prize for us is 2029. Well, this government's going nowhere. All these people doing videos is Starmer. Starmer might be out, but the Labour Party's not going anywhere until 2029. Just fact.
Oh, for me, it's a no-brainer. We got Red Rainer coming. For me, that's my opinion. Mm-hmm. We have Red Rainer coming.
It doesn't matter who they put in that seat, because their ideology is all the same, right? Yeah. The Conservative Party are the same. Lib Dems, Greens, all of them. Progressive, nonsense, right? Tories are the same. They're not going to. If the Tory Party had a chance to In fact, you know what? There's no chance for the Tory party. There's just no chance. They're done. They're done. So it's going to be.
I think the nation's gone past that stage now. I mean, there was a stage where forgiveness, or not even forgiveness, but people could have sat back and gone, well, you know what? Anything's better than Labour. We'll vote Tory. But I think even that's done now.
No. Look, think about this, right? Online Safety Act. Nadine Dorries and Boris Johnson are responsible for that, and Theresa May, right? Tories. The migration crisis, Tories.
Yeah.
Mass immigration, Tories.
Tories.
Not doing Brexit properly, Tories, right? So they have no way back. And Brexit itself, I mean, if you're not a Brexiteer, if you're a Remoaner, then you've got to blame the Tories as well. So
yeah.
A Remoaner can't vote for the Tories. A Brexiteer can't vote for the Tories. If you're against immigration, you can't vote for the Tories. If you're against illegal migration, you can't vote for the Tories. If you're pro free speech, you can't vote for the Tories. The Tories are toast. They're gone. They're finished. They're done. Right. So it's going to be between Reform and Advance UK. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Do you think there's going to be a mass exodus as we get closer towards the general election? Are there going to be mass defections after people suddenly jump ship and try and say, I told you so all along, I've been here all along, really? And
Tories jumping to Reform?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're doing it already, and Nigel's letting them in. It's just, but the problem is, all he's letting in is the bad ones, like Jake Berry and all these nobodies that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
You know, he's got Suella Braverman there, was willing to join. Liz Truss, I think, was willing to join. I mean, Jenrick's not worth a, you know, he's another snake oil salesman. But I mean, listen, I don't trust any of them. Do you know what? Suella Braverman is the best of the bunch, without a shadow of doubt. I think she's great.
Do you know what it feels like, Richard, right? And I say this in a joking kind of fashion for anyone that wants to get all uptight about it. So I'm kind of like joking, right? But it feels like almost there's like a Guy Fawkes. You know, it's like, it feels like the people are ready to descend on Parliament and go, enough's enough, the peasants are revolting, out. We don't want you anymore. Go.
Do that,
I could see 1 million people outside Parliament just going, enough, we want you gone, you know.
There'd 1 million people marched against the Iraq war, it did nothing. The government kept it. When you've got control, when you've got as big a majority as that scumbag's got, and let's get it right, who's responsible for that majority?
Yeah.
Nigel Farage is responsible for that majority. It would have been, if Nigel had not come back to Reform and energised Reform, they would have maybe got 1 seat, and maybe, just maybe. But Nigel coming back gave them a boost, and people thought Reform were going to get 100 seats. I always said they weren't. But, you know, that's what's caused the problem, because you've now got the massive majority that Labour have got. And if Reform hadn't been on the scene, the Tories had probably got hung Parliament. People would have been that interested.
Richard, even their voters have had enough, though, haven't they?
Who, Reform?
Labour. Even the Labour voters have had enough, haven't they, surely?
The Labour Party, the Tories, I think possibly the Lib Dems, because they haven't done anything. They haven't been in power for like nearly 15 years now, right? Since the coalition in 2010 or whenever it was. So the Lib Dems maybe might do something, but Ed Davey, you know, we've got to get. I honestly think we've got to get really serious about Advance. We've got to get really serious. We've got to make sure. We've got to make sure Advance is fit for purpose. UKIP, not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. No. It's not going to happen for UKIP ever. Simple as that. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not even going to go there and mention it anymore, because it's just not going to happen. So it's got to be Advance is the only horse to back. Everybody's got to get behind one horse. Farage, we know what Farage is. He's another snake oil salesman. The thing is about Advance, Paul, right? Ben's the real deal. Right, and all of the rest of the leaders are snake oil salesmen.
I've never seen a Prime Minister of the United Kingdom humiliated in such a way today. I just thought he looked like a 5-year-old at his first day at school.
The whole thing was comical. I mean, it was just, and you know, Trump was being very passive aggressive. He was like, you know, he's not going to ban my platform. He's not going to. Is that right, Keir? You're going to stop my platform having freedom of speech? No, he's not going to do that, because if he did, that'd be a big mistake. And then he just looks at him. and Keir's just melting. You can just see stuff dribbling down his leg. You know, he's like,
yeah.
And he's just melting. He's going down like that in the chair, isn't he? He's just. You know?
The thing is, though, Richard, like it's all very well laughing and joking whilst Trump is here in the UK, but he'll go home.
I know the big dog's going home, and we're gonna be left on our own with Starmer.
Exactly.
We're going to be left on our own with that psychotic. You know, it's like the old, you know, Christian Brothers schools where they had the sadistic monk priest, you know, and the headmaster would come in and he'd be like, right, you know, you've got to stop beating the boys, you've got to stop putting them in detention, you've got to stop torturing these little kids. And of course, the little Christian brothers like, oh yes, I won't do that, you know, Father, whatever. And then he walks out the room and he gets all the kids and starts beating them again, throwing board rubbers at them, hitting them over their head. You remember those T-squares that you used to do in technical drawing?
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah.
I had a tech drawing teacher, right? And he would come up, see if you weren't getting your drawings right. He'd come up to you and he'd just smash one over your head. Right? He'd just hit you on the head with one of these big, I don't know what they're called, like a square thing, and they had like a triangle-y shape on it. Do you know the thing I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, mate. They didn't mess about back in the day, did they? Them Victorians were nasty, weren't they?
Well, it wasn't. I know you were educating the Victorian era, Paul. I was a little bit after that. I was kind of just after the Second World War.
Edwardian. You're more Edwardian, yeah.
Oh, mate.
But it's been a good day, though. I mean, I think.
What about Bev? What about Bev? What's her name? Bev Turner from GB News.
I haven't seen that.
She was the one that was asking all the questions.
Oh, it was her asking the questions.
She was boom, just hit. I think she hit because you're only meant to get one question. She smashed 3 into him, and then what's his name? Chopper flipping had one about the free speech. You know, so they were just hitting him continually. And I'm sure, do you know what? I think they were all on Air Force One going, oh, we'll do this. We'll just wind him up. Yeah. Wait, you see how we react to this question, Donald, you know, Mr. President.
It's a question for you, Richard, before we wind up tonight, because it's late. But will Keir Starmer still be in number 10 by the end of the year? And if so, how much longer will he go on after that, do you think? Because his days are numbered, and
I just think it's kind of irrelevant, because I think unless there's a mass defection to Corbyn's new entity, what's going to happen is, right, this is what I think will happen. Keir Starmer, I mean, if we think Keir Starmer's bad, wait till we get Red Rainer, you know, the ginger ninja, you know, or the ginger growler, as Mark Stein used to call it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It may be a case of better than the devil you know than the devil you don't, because I think she'll be even worse.
The devil's bad when he wears trousers, but he's worse when he wears a skirt.
Yeah. I reckon she will come after everyone. That's what I reckon.
Well,
big time.
The Red Menace or whatever they used to call it in Russia. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like these people are communists. These people are hardcore communists.
Yeah.
But I think the danger is, right. We're relying on democracy to save us. If democracy doesn't save us, then what? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we can't take 2 terms.
Yeah.
We cannot take 2 terms of these people. So that's why I say with Advance, we have to get it absolutely right.
Yeah.
We have, and that puts a lot of responsibility on Ben. And you know, again, I think it's things need to start moving really, really fast. And I can't give unlimited time to Advance. I'll do what I can do to promote them. Every video I make, I mention them. I'm digging out all the other parties, and because we're in a war now. You know, and it's not a personal thing. Anybody that's not Advance, I'm going to go after them. You know, because at the end of the day, Advance has to be the last man standing. So I'm going to be just that attack dog, and I don't care. You know, I'll take all the hits. I've took plenty of hits before. Reform, no. UKIP, no. Any of the others, no. Get behind Advance. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know? No, I agree. And
it's as brutal as that, Paul. I'm not going to say nice things about anybody else, you know. And if anybody else makes mistakes, I will flip and highlight them, right? People can dog me off all they want. I'm not a party leader, but if Farage is making mistakes, Tinconi's making mistakes, the Conservatives are making mistakes, I'm going to go after all of them and just highlight them. I'm going to do videos on them, because at the end of the day, we've got to come out fighting for Ben. I know, and Ben's too much of a gentleman. Ben's not going to do that, right? And other people won't do it, but I'll do it, because at the end of the day, we've got to get Ben into number 10. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Ben into number 10.
Wouldn't that just be?
It's possible, Paul.
Wouldn't it just be perfect?
I mean, I think the way politics is at the minute, anything is possible. Because I think there is that much. Then here's the other thing, Paul. Are we overestimating the anger? Yeah.
Overestimating it?
Yeah. Are we?
I don't think so.
No. Well, let me tell you why I'm saying that. Right. There must be 200 migrant hotels in the UK. Must be. There's got to be, right? 25 demos on the most highly charged weekend of the year so far. There should be, and I'm on about peaceful stuff. I'm not interested. Anyone that's doing violence, not interested in you. Peaceful. There has to be peaceful demos outside every single migrant hotel up and down the country.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, I understand. I agree.
The anger. People aren't angry enough yet. You know, people are getting excited about women winning a football match. That's not even football. Sorry, ladies. It just ain't. Just ain't. That's just the way it is, right? And so I didn't even watch any of it. I didn't watch a single match. Don't care less. Couldn't care less. It's not football.
Mate, I've got to be honest with you. I think if England are playing tiddlywinks, I want them to win. But there you go.
Yeah. Do you know what? No, because it's just not football, is it? It's just not. It's just feminist nonsense. Done with it. I'm done with it all, Paul. I'm done with it all. You know?
I better close up before you get me banned, or I get you banned. For the record. I'm not insulting our trans football team. Now, if they were playing, I mean, we'd be very inclusive and diverse on that. So we're not going to go down that road of being phobic in any way, shape, or form. But just misogynistic. Just for the record, I've got to say I'm very proud of the ladies, and I particularly liked some of the things they said afterwards. Things like, we got English blood running through our veins, and we are proud to be English. That'd do for me, mate. Man or woman.
No, in all seriousness, Paul. I mean, the reality of it is, right, they've done more than the boys have ever done, or since 19. Not in my lifetime, Paul. I know you were about 35 when they won the World Cup, mate. That was great. But in my lifetime, the boys have won nothing. Yeah. So the fact that women won something, I'm pulling everybody's leg, right? I love to see England win whatever they're doing, right? But the truth of the matter is, I want to see the men's football team winning.
Yeah, of course, it would be nice.
That's the big prize. And look, the fact that the men are deferring to the women to win the tournaments, it just says a lot about football. Says a lot about football, and that's all.
Well, you know what, mate? Maybe the women are the way forward, because it's been the women down in Epping leading the way in many respects.
Well, again, Paul, I mean, I think, man, that could take us really down a rabbit hole. I think the truth of the matter is, the problem is, if men get involved, and it kicks off, then it looks bad, right? And men are more likely to kick off than, well, actually, no, some of the women are pretty likely to kick off as well, that's for sure. But no,
the optics are better when it's the girls, right?
The optics are better when it depends on which girls it is, doesn't it?
Mate, Richard, you're treading a very thin line tonight. You're going to have people giving you a bit of grief.
I'm not going to get banned. I'm just going to get loads of grief, but I'm up for it. I'm up for the fight. Do you know what I mean?
If Richard's upset anyone out there tonight, his email is blah blah blah.
Yeah. Let's just give. If I've upset anybody tonight, Paul's very, very sorry for my behaviour. Unfortunately, I'm not, and I haven't had any beer tonight. Don't think I've been drinking. I haven't had a beer. I'm just,
Oh dear, Richard, lovely speaking to you, mate.
I
thought we just have a quick late one tonight, because look, listen, anything that makes Keir Starmer and Sadiq Khan look bad is worthy of a drink, whether it's a bottle of water or a beer, and a bit of a laugh and a joke. So,
do you know who enjoyed that most? Do you know who I think? Mrs. Starmer.
Mrs. Starmer, yeah.
Because she was just thinking about Lord Ali, the secret family, and the rent boys, and she was going, "Go on, Donald."
I reckon if there was a little bubble coming out of her head, right, and you could see her thoughts, she's going, "Go on, give it to this prick."
Yeah. Oh mate, superb. Anyway, listen, we're only joking. That was all light-hearted banter. Yeah. I meant all of it, but it was still said in a light-hearted way.
Absolutely. All the best, mate.
Take it easy, Paul. See you soon.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.